Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. In the last session we were on the hunt for a dwarven soul hidden deep within one of the residents here at Stalwart. This is a way for us to get into Durgan's battery. And we found two candidates. An old lady in a house whose soul may prove to be problematic for her. And this one here, the cleaner in the inn, whose soul seems to be a little bit more reasonable. So, the first order of today's session is to awaken that soul and see what happens.
Ready when you are.
Something I can do for you? Halfrick's got me straightening the rooms, but I'll help you if I can.
Yes. Offering our apologies. She's probably looking at us as if to say apologising for what. And then we say, "Awaken Gregor, and remember your theft from the armoury."
Who? I don't...
Her face goes slack and she looks for a second as if she's fallen asleep. But her eyelids flutter, and after several seconds they open to slits.
Thief? I'm the captain of the guard. Best be careful where you sling an accusation like that.
Her words are slow and calculated. Well, that was easy enough. Relax! Fedoran trying to set this soul at ease. I was hoping that we could work together.
We're of one mind then. However, I like to see offers on the table before I deal. What would you give me?
Well, seeing as I have awakened you, perhaps you owe me something in return.
I see.
Her expression flickers, but she otherwise hides her surprise.
You have me at a loss, and yet this is not a loss entirely.
Looking over herself, holding out her arms and feeling the fabric of her clothing. It's Fedoran saying that, we need to reach Durgan's battery. Asking for the Cantec. Surely it can't be as simple as that.
Hammers of Durgan, ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. Abidon's faithful travail by the forge, and the fires that brighten the ore.
Fedoran looking around the party as if to say, did you remember that? Perhaps if we remember a line each.
If anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me. Got that? Now.
Awena doubles over, sneezing hard enough to scatter dust across the floor. She looks back up at you, wiping her watering eyes.
Beg your pardon for going on so. I got carried away and...
She stops blinking.
What was that I said? About hammers and fires and...
I suppose we shouldn't really leave her without an explanation, so explaining that we've awakened a soul within you. You share a soul of a guard captain from Durgan's battery.
You must be joking. How could that happen?
His soul reincarnated whole within you. Sometimes awakenings result.
I can't be awakened. That means...
She takes a step back, covering her mouth with her hands.
Ponderous tides, I'm stuck with him.
Her body goes rigid, every muscle tensing. She stands there, frozen in shock, until a sly look warms her eyes. The thaw creeps down her shoulders and torso until at last she speaks again, her voice as smooth as oil.
It's not all bad, Awena. Way I see it, you and me could make some deals. To our mutual benefit.
She cranes her neck, taking in the dark room.
Deals? What do you want from me? For you, not from you. I'm thinking it's time we got a raise. I don't know about that. Halfrick's a bit of a miser, he is.
Awena's anxious frown replaces Gregor's confident smirk.
Don't you worry about Halfrick. I've got something else in mind.
Oh dear. Awena falls into a look of deep contemplation as she and Gregor continue in silent conference. Okay. So we have learned the Cantec. Which means we have a way in to Durgan's battery. So before we head on out, we have an update into a Stronghold quest that the grieving mother attended to. So apparently, the Glanfathan astronomers who predicted the lover's tide that destroyed Ondra's gift took many of their instruments and notes and hid them out of fear that they might be captured by Idirans. Decades after the war, the tribes recovered the astronomers' work. Unfortunately, all of the original astronomers had died and much of their writing was penned in an unknown cipher. 2 Valian dukes offered a reward for anyone who could help crack the cipher for the Glanfathans. The tribes are reluctant to let anyone look at the notes, but believe it would be better to share their knowledge than let it remain a secret. Though backed by the money and spies of 2 Valian dukes, the grieving mother had difficulty cracking the Glanfathan astronomers' code. Many of the Glanfathans who initially appeared helpful turned out to be saboteurs who believed that outsiders could not be trusted with Glanfathan's secrets. A series of ambushes and difficult chases through Air Glanfath eventually brought the grieving mother to face with the great-great-granddaughter of one of the Alden astronomers who predicted the lover's tide. She threatened to destroy the key to translating the cipher, but the grieving mother was able to negotiate a limited translation of the key astronomical information. In the end, the Valian dukes were a bit disappointed, as they had hoped to learn additional secrets of Glanfathan astronomy. However, even the information the grieving mother recovered was fascinating enough to the Valian astronomers. Constellated Cloak. Dimensional Shift, 1 per rest. And plus 12 to Reflex. When we finally go back home, of course, to our keep, we'll have a load of stuff to pick up from the old chest. Now, I can't remember if we rested or not. But just in case we didn't. We have got the resting bonus, which makes me think we probably rested when we first came inside, so second thoughts. We'll head straight out. Now the first order of business now, well I say the first order, it's second order of business, because the first was awakening the soul. Second order of business is to return to Galvino, because we put paid to the village fishmonger, or whatever you want to describe him as. Fish seller, fishy person, fishy McFishkins. Yeah, we put pay to him, and so therefore Galvino may be pleased about that. So just in case he offers a reward, we're going to go and speak to him. And maybe even be able to tell him that we've found a way into Durgan's battery. We found the Cantec. Now, I've been doing some thinking about this game and the series, of course, and I did install the White March, of course. We were playing that now. I installed the White March 2 as well, and I don't know how much is left of this DLC. Possibly another 4 hours or so, maybe. I'm assuming as soon as we get into Durgan's battery, that's going to be a large place to explore. Lots of goodies and stuff. Lots of enemies. So that may take us a little while to traverse through. We've also got the falls. Is it Longwatch? Longwatch Falls as well, which is another separate area to explore.
Hey.
But I've been thinking, and I've did some reading about the White March 2, and apparently it's quite battle heavy. And some of the battles I've heard can be rather arduous, which is fair enough. But as much as much fun as the DLCs have been, they are kind of detracting away from the main story. And I've decided that I'm going to, of course, finish this DLC, go back to the Deerwood, and I'm going to continue the main story to the end. And we're not going to do the White March 2. I don't know what ramifications that's going to potentially have. We may miss a faction that might be able to help us in the main game, that battle that we're supposed to be recruiting people for. That's maybe it. Maybe some nice items that we could possibly use. But the main game, from what I can gather, the main game is set to a certain level. And if we continue on with the DLCs, we may end up a little bit over-leveled for the main quest. That might be the case. I'm not 100% sure on that, but... and as I said, plus it's the diversion of it all, it's just detracting away from the main quest. I'd rather just, after this, start back up on the main track again. So as much as White March 2 is installed, and I did actually buy it, I may dabble with it off camera once I've finished the LP. But in terms of this LP series, we're going to finish the White March and then crack on with the main game content. Going into, of course, Fedoran's Keep, clearing that out, and then cracking on with the main story and any other side quests that we stumble across on our travels. I think that's probably something that I would rather do than start going through another DLC, arduous battle after arduous battle. Right then.
Yeah?
So here is Mr. Galvino, fellow Valian, and helpful chap, if you discount his rather hellacious constructs.
Something else? Quay?
I have news about Grindy.
Yes? Does the sniveling cur hide in his home, or has he been exiled to a place even more frigid and foul?
He clasps his hands together in excitement, eagerly awaiting Fedoran's tale, and Fedoran explaining how we learned that he murdered his sister.
Diverus! The man is even more of a wretch than I thought!
His face glows with macabre delight.
What of him now? Surely the villagers string him up with his own fishing line.
Well, not quite, but he is leaving the town with his tail firmly tucked between his legs.
Perfetto! Oh, I only wish I could have seen it.
Smiling broadly.
I will open a good wine tonight. As for you, take this.
Giving us some potions of major endurance. Thank you, Mr. Galvino. Pleasure doing business. And a level up for whatchamacallit. Manair. Extra stealth. Okay, so we do have some barbarian ability. This is actually a rarity for you guys. I don't usually level up on camera, but I thought, seeing as we might be going into Durgan's battery today, better have all our characters as high level as possible. So even if I have to respec them down the line, I can do that. Right, blooded. Extra damage when endurance below 50%. That's quite good. So it's attacking fortitude instead of deflection if the fortitude of the character is lower. While sprint is movement speed. Thick-skinned is extra damage reduction against only slash, pierce and crush though. Sickens the bloodlust. 20% attack speed for 10 seconds. That's quite good. She needs to have downed at least 2 enemies though, which might be an issue. Heart of Fury. The Barbarian swings viciously in a lightning quick flurry, taking on all comers. Each equipped weapon attacks every nearby enemy, doing extra damage and inflicting carnage if applicable. That sounds quite good. Cannot be engaged by enemies more than one level below self. Well, if we're engaging enemies lower than us by more than one level, we're probably not going to really be struggling against them. So, after killing an enemy, the barbarian's recovery is waived, allowing them to attack again immediately. None of these really stick out as marvellous. Heart of Fury is kind of interesting. I think we'll try that. Taxes. 1,000 copper pans in taxes.
Hey.
Very nice. So now all our characters are level 11. And we may level up at least once more within Durgan's battery, which will put us to level 12. And at that point, we should hopefully be high enough a level to tackle Longwatch Falls before we say goodbye to the chilly realm of the White March and return. What the hell? Where did that come from?
Watch your shoes. I'm gonna be sick.
We've walked up and down past there like two or three times and never triggered that. How bizarre. Alright, so the next thing we need to focus on is these people up here. I have no idea who they are, what they want, but we are hunting for some bounties. And they may be what we seek. They may not be as well, but
I'm here.
we can only...
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
We can only try to see. Whoa, there's a few of them, isn't there? Oh, Earthel. That rings a bell. Wait a second. Oh no, Ulmar. It's close. Similar names. I thought that was a. This is one of the bounties. Is to kill Ulmar. He's called Earthel. But so we've got some mercenary fighters. Well, we have saved it, so... all we can do is hope and pray they don't attack us. A man stands on the middle of the road. Without lowering the blade that rests on his shoulder, he takes 2 steps forward as if to speak for the group behind him. I was hoping for another gift bearer. They always carry surprises, and we love surprises. By we, of course, I mean me and this. He taps the hilt of his sword. It'll be quick. Try to stay still. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think where's best. I'm actually going to pull back here. Right, if we can tank kind of in this clearing. With our main characters. We do have mercenary wizards. Right, so we're going to need a slicken here, aren't we? So if we can put a slicken towards the back lines. If we can put out... We'll start with an Armour of Faith for our frontliners. Right, we're in. So get them tanked. What the flipping hell is that? Is that a floating head? I dread to think. Right. So, right, Zawa will take on him. as will Adair. She's taking on him. She's going to let out a barbaric yell. Kinda needs to do something. Take down Earthel. He seems to be the leader. He's casting Slicken on the back lines. Can we recast Slicken? So about there. I think something has gone a little bit askew here. Can't quite see what's going on. Okay, forget that. Maybe we'll go for... Could go for confusion. Right, Zawa's going to turn and attack him. Adair, knock down Earthel. So there's something wrong with us at the moment. We've got Woodskin and Armour of Faith. Right. Gonna go for Consecrated Ground, I think, with the priest. Right, has he got any wounds? Not yet, but keep attacking. Right, I think he's managed to cast it. Confusion. So it's a bit hectic, but we do have them confused. He's taking down this mercenary rogue quite quickly. Earthel's run off to attack his own crew members. The priest is now on our side, as is the wizard. Adair, just come back here, come back here. Pick him up, pick him up. Turn and face.
You should have run.
Right, Fedoran is now going to try a Slicken again. He has to move for this. Casting Ogres in the rear ranks. Oh, pull back. Should be alright from here.
This weapon's no good to me.
Fast strikes. Knock down on Earthel. Attacking Earthel.
You should have run.
Lava.
Right, there we go. We're cooking with gas here.
This isn't working. This fight is mine.
Right, that wasn't too bad.
Hey. Hey.
Ooh, Saint Yidwin's Redeemer. A two-handed, soul-bound greatsword. Binds with a barbarian, a fighter, a paladin. So this is going to be bound to one person. And I think there's only one person that I would bind this to, and it's probably Nadog, who may end up in our party for the grand finale. I'm not so sure yet. What I intend to do is when we get back to the Deerwood, to bring in the grieving mother for a little while, maybe even the druid whose name escapes me. Give them a try for a little bit, but when it comes to like the final countdown, the final act, if you will, or as we're getting close to the end game, I'm going to construct my party based upon my sort of feelings, what would be the best mix on all of the characters that we've used throughout the game. And if Nadog's part of that, then I would want him to have this sword. Gift bearer notebook. Belonged to somebody named Ixtli. Is that same character that we killed in the Temple of Ondra down at Stalwart? Yeah, body of water. Fate chests. It's part of the same motley crew, I think. Singed grimoires, some of which have level 6 and 5 spells. I'm sure Fedoran will be reading those with great interest in the not too distant future.
Hey.
To expand his own repertoire, of course. In fact, talk about the not too distant future, I'm thinking right about now. Just double checking all grimoires to make sure that he knows all the possible spells. I mean, look at that. He's even got a level 2 spell here that he doesn't know. Merciless Gaze. Some level 4 spells. So learning Minor Grimoire Imprint. 4th level spell. We only have the 2, so that could be usable. And also Wall of Flame. At level 5 we've got Wall of Force. And at level 6 we've got Gaze of the Durgan. And Minoletter's Precisely Piercing Burst. So if we go to our grimoire now, we can
Ready when you are.
see that actually we can memorize some new level 6 spells because we don't know those, and we can memorize 2 level 4 spells as well. So expanding the old repertoire nicely.
Yes. Hey.
So we've reached the end of the road. Ooh, coin.
Hey.
Shiny coin. Well, we put pay to their antics. One less set of ne'er-do-wells to cause grief to anyone who may find themselves wandering up in these parts. God knows why they would want to come up here. This place is rather grim. The next place I'm interested in exploring is up here. Now we can hear the sound of clomping footsteps.
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Which means
Very
it's time.
well.
Time for our resident sneaks to just cast their beady little eyes on the situation. See what they can find. So if we've got some kind of... Oh, Durgan's crossing. That's probably the way to Durgan's battery, which means that we'll hold off for now. We'll explore the rest of this area first. Smells strongly of fish. This is Mestler. Now, Mestler is a name that certainly rings a bell. Bounty. Kill Mestler, the leader of the Sisterhood of the Slaked Skull. So this is definitely a bounty.
Tell me.
So we just literally come from one fight and we're now going into another. We found her at the base of the massive walls of Durgan's battery. An ice troll. Why are they... Ooh. I think if we can tank them here, in this little outcropping, it may be to our benefit.
Zawa is ready.
I don't know how many of them there are, but we care not. We can only do what we can do. So, I think if we have
I'm here.
kind of her there,
Zawa is ready.
kind of Zawa there, we bring Adair into the centre,
Following your lead.
move these guys forward. I think we'll have
What?
him in the middle,
Just say the word.
Goran and Kana in the rear ranks, and we'll pull them in. Oops. Kana, what are you doing?
Hey,
I mean, they're already marked as hostile, so there's no talking to be done, only fighting. If we can get a nice little sucker punch here. Already doing 17 damage. Oh boy. Oh boy. Pull back. Why is he running so slowly? Why is he running so slowly? Why is he running so slowly?
We are sick.
Right, turn. Turn. Consecrated ground. Slicken. In the rear ranks. Attack the monk. Attack if we can. Can he get around here? Attack. Knockdown on Mestler. Uh oh, he's getting flanked. Turn around. Oh boy! They've got behind us. God knows how that happened. They've got behind us. This is bad news indeed. Kana. Hand to hand. Take him down. Right, we've used Slicken and now going to use, as per usual, Confusion. Kung Fu Kick. Monk versus Monk here. Monk on Monk action. Barbaric Yell. Right, that's fine. Just going to slow things down a touch here. Right, so we've cast Confusion and they're all confused. So it gets the ranged off our bat. So for the time being, while the ranged are off our bat, we're now going to use our spells. Something wrong with Fedoran. Psychic Backlash. Don't know what that's going to do. Try again. In fact, I think we use Bounding Missiles to start with. Bounding Missile. Psychic Backlash again. What is that doing? Not got a clue. But he is casting it. One more chant for the ogres. We'll cast them behind their ranks here. Swift Strikes. Heart of Fury. Can she get round to here? Ooh! Did you see that? She went crazy, man. She was spinning round, wielding a weapon like a flipping crazy woman. Bounding Missiles again. Casting. What can we do? What can we do with our resident priest? I don't think we have to really waste our abilities here. We've got this under control. Mestler could do with a little bit, perhaps, of dealing with. She's kinda. She's causing a little bit of an issue. Right, oh, Fedoran, something wrong with Fedoran, he's getting hit. Consecrated Ground seems to have finished, so I think what we'll do is we'll just top us up with a small heal. Ready now for the Chanter's Ogres. Right about there. Monk is going down.
Doing the job.
I think we'll take one ogre over there and one ogre over there.
This won't hold it for long.
I think they're stuck. Can we hit them from here then instead? Yes, we can. Right. I'm gonna give these guys a helping hand on Metzler. Right, he's down. Metzler is causing some problems here. Slightly. They're still stuck. God, she is absolutely causing some concern here. Fedoran. Necrotic Lance on Mestler. Right, Swift Strikes. Frenzy. Got a few people confused. I think we're going to have a fresh top-up of ogres here. Jesus, she is a damn pain in the backside, isn't she?
Following your...
Hey.
Come on, you stupid cow! Die! Oh, they're down. She's down.
Hey.
Bloody hell. You didn't suffer that much damage, really. We were never in danger of losing that fight, but it just seemed
Hey.
quite slow and methodical. Slow and arduous. Forgotten Tear of the Beloved, which is a one-handed flail. Devotees of Ondra's tell stories of her romance with the moons, especially her unrequited love for Sen Melafa. Yet it was Ione Bretha, the smaller of the two moons, that Ondra pulled into the sea thousands of years ago. Small fragments of Ione Bretha are believed to exist in some of the more remote places of Eora, lost tokens of the goddess's passion. Such moon fragments and the crater lakes that often form around them are known as Ondra's Tears. This flail is made with a piece of Ione Bretha that was discovered by some of the Pargrunan dwarf explorers in the White March. Return to Tealdor. Which means that we should have a bounty. The Celebrant's Dirge. I hasn't had a quest for a while. Aravius, off you go.
Hey. Hey.
Slate Skull Paladin. Perhaps we didn't pull all of them.
Leave it to me.
This isn't working!
Just a random stray of their group.
Step lightly.
So there's the walls of Durgan's battery. How big is this place? Got an ice troll here. Oh, we got two ice trolls. I was going to say we better be careful about how many we pull. Oh, 3 of them. Great. And some ice beetles. This is possibly not good. I just say possibly, maybe. I could be being a little bit, what's the word? Negative. Then again, I could be realistic. But this does not seem good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right, we need. Can these things be confused? I think they can. I think some confusion is required here. At the double. Knocked down. Swift strikes. Right, Fedora needs to blast out some fire here. Not yet, because they're actually friendly. Right, one of them's down. But we need to reposition because some of them are behind our lines here. Slicken. Now's a good time to use it. Take him down now, one at a time. Maybe one more confusion. Just to be sure.
Leave it to me. I have them. That's how it's done.
There we go.
Leave it to me.
Holy shooting hellfire! Knock this thing over, seriously! Wow, he's a tough nut to crack, isn't he? What's going on here? Bloody hell! He's not even down yet, he's still standing! Why was he was so much tougher than the others? I was there just not even using any abilities, thinking that there's only one of them left, we can sort of just tank and spank him down quite easily, no need to waste any more abilities, and before I knew it, slightly distracted by the Discord message pings, which I do apologise for, and then I realised that Adair's bloody low on health all of a sudden.
Hey. Hey.
Right, we'll have a little bit of an explore of this particular area. We've got steps into the battery watchtower.
Hey.
Which I don't think is connected to Durgan's battery. I could be wrong.
Of course. Hey.
So this is a section. Okay, so the battery watchtower, we'll bear that in mind. What we're going to do is we add them across that bridge. Or do we go in the watchtower? It's not connected to anything else to do with Durgan's battery itself, is it? I don't think. It's a standalone building. So I'm thinking before we cross the bridge, perhaps we should go into the watchtower. Change of plan. What lies inside? What lies inside? Probably death and destruction. Nope. It takes us straight upstairs. As you grab the bow, it vibrates with a strange and familiar energy. Searching your pack, you find the silver arrow that you found lodged in an injured winter wolf. As you hold the bow and arrow together, the arrow suddenly snaps into place. You hear a crackling hum and a pale ribbon of light begins to form between the ends of the bow. When you pull the arrow back, you feel a very solid resistance. Stormcaller added to the inventory. What the hell is that? It's a soul-bound hunting bow. I wonder who that might be useful for. Perhaps Sagani when she returns? So we get some nice weapons here. I'm going to take a bit more time to look at those off camera rather than trying to look at the stats now. And what the hell is going on? Most of my chats are on mute. This should not be happening.
Hey.
Unless somebody's trying to send me a personal message. Or should I say numerous personal messages. Oh, like this is like bloody spam now.
Hey.
Whoever that is, if it's a personal message, whoever it is going to get a royal ticking off from me, I'm telling you now. I'm going to say, can you not see I'm playing Pillars of Eternity? What do you think I'm bloody doing here? I'm recording a session and you're trying to bug me with your messages? No offence, of course. Please feel free to message me anytime you want. Ooh. Greater ice blights. So we are ready to cross the bridge and head towards Durgan's battery. I'm going to leave it here. There's some ice blights. There's probably some more enemies on the periphery. And then we'll be chanting that Cantec and going inside. But that'll be next time. So until then, see you soon.